We'll like to start the meeting, 6:01 p.m. Can I have a second for that, please?
Second.
Thank you. Okay, so we're here. We have one item to discuss. It's the town, our survey about White Pond. Thank you, everybody, for sending back comments. Thank you, everybody who put together the initials and the formatting. Everybody did contribute, so I thank you. So here we have, you've all seen it, and this is the latest and greatest. It is like 5 p.m. after all comments. So I'll just scroll.
Yeah, I was really unhappy with that. In the paragraph that starts understanding that any changes, the word any seems to imply that any changes. I really would like to delete the word any, because it seems to imply that any little change could really dramatically impact the pond, which I don't think is necessarily the case.
So you are saying you would like to have it say understanding that changes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Everybody else, yes or no?
I'm with that. Yes.
Jennifer, you okay? John?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I mean, I think it refers to the stuff that got struck out. So that's just above it, so it's like it kind of, the changes come out of nowhere, whereas before it was, that there's a list of things that have changed, and so I think that's why it's a little bit odd.
If we said understanding that recent changes around without spelling them all out.
I mean, it just says understanding that changes could impact the board, the select board established. I mean, it doesn't
We could
make
just
much
start with
sense,
the
but it's okay, I guess,
We could
Yep.
just strike that whole first part and say the select board established a task force.
I'd go with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm good with that. Moving on.
yes.
How often do you frequent White Pond? Here we have, what do you value about White Pond?
But the one that says wildlife observation, boating / paddle, what, I don't understand why that one, as opposed to just wildlife observation. Why does it say boating / paddleboarding?
I think originally that was on its own line.
It
and that
still
maybe
is.
just got changed in the formatting.
Yeah, so that's
Wait.
then repeating it, so you just gotta delete the boating / paddling the second time around.
Right, that was just a
Yeah,
duplicate.
oh, Evan, you did have that correction too. Okay, cool. All right,
Yep. Yeah. It's
we
just
good now?
duplicated.
They're in alphabetical order? All right. This was another slight change. Carl wanted to have it a 1-day fee, so it was real clear.
I think that's good.
I'm fine with that. Are you guys all fine? Nothing changed here. One of the questions, I think it was Alyssa, and I agree, was duration of staffed operations of the beach and bathrooms. What are we trying to answer with this bullet is one of my questions. And is this redundant of the block above it, duration of the beach staff swimming season?
The reason that I did it that way was that a member was saying, well, it's closed after Labor Day, or it's closed during Labor Day. So that was the swimming season. And then to differentiate the length of time that the lifeguards are there during the staffed season. So they leave at 7, but lots of people stay later than 7. So maybe there's a better way to.
Could we say
Yes.
duration of the staff operation hours?
Or hours / season.
Yeah. Rather than duration, just say daily operating hours of the staff or something like that.
Well, it's
Which
the
is not-
season too.
I wouldn't use duration twice, because that sort of makes you think the same thing. Yes, maybe
Or
the
we-
second one, just daily hours instead of duration, or something like that.
Yes, that's what, can you see what I'm typing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Okay.
so of the beach, I mean, I think it's, you have to now clarify that that's also of the beach.
And so that would, Jennifer, to your point, that would be like 7 to 9 or earlier, not just the, because I had also wondered about, is closing, previous to Labor Day too soon now? The hours are shortened, both on the beginning and the end of the staffed swimming season.
right. I would say daily staffed operating hours.
Yeah, and historically that, when it was private, that went until 8 PM or sunset, whichever was earlier.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
I think the way that it's worded now is better.
About and bathrooms.
Of the beach and bathrooms, okay.
So I think they lock up the bathrooms when the lifeguards go home.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
And that, there's a porta potty there now, which I think is good.
Okay, so if you were reading this, would the first one say to you, is it long enough, where the next one is the daily operating hours? Is that pretty clear?
Yeah, I think that's an improvement.
Okay,
agreed.
okay, good. There was a question on the regulatory policy enforcement. What, can we get a little clearer there?
What does that mean? Of what, of, yeah, there's beach rules that are posted, there's not posted, rules on the conservation land. So I thought maybe it might be clearer to say, something like, whatever I said, right, I mean, enforcement of beach rules. No, no.
Do we want to say of the pond, of the beach and the cove?
Well, I think it should be two separate items, because that's really, putting them together is really conflating a couple of things, different things that we've been dealing with.
Okay, so enforcement of beach,
To be town beach.
No, even calling it the beach, the whole, yeah.
is it swimming or just?
Well, it's more than swimming, it's the rules, yeah.
And then enforcement,
And then the similar, different question is enforcement of conservation policy, policy at conservation. Town-owned conservation land.
do we want to just say
Yeah,
what it
so Beth,
is?
yeah, so these are for questions 7 and 8 as opposed to the sub bullets within question 6. Right, these are the header questions for 7 and 8.
So just strike them, Evan, good point, is that what you're saying?
I think just pull them out of this section, and I think just cleaning up the language of number 7.
Can we go
Yeah.
back to the overuse, overcrowding? Do we want to distinguish between something, the beach, the Satcham's Cove, the pond?
Maybe it's,
I don't think it's necessary because the next two questions are separated by beach and Satcham Cove.
so how would you rate the policy enforcement of town beach? How would you rate the policy enforcement of the blah, blah, blah? So do we need another question up here, or just strike them and go down there?
I don't think that we need them.
Okay, don't need them, right? Is what you said?
I think
That's
so.
my opinion.
Okay. Sorry, it's Lana. Okay, and then this is good, extremely lax, appropriate, strict. Actually, should we have extremely strict because the other one does? Oh, it's there. It's just a
on the
page
next
break.
page.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and then please add any comments or suggestions below.
Yes.
Okay. Shannon, are you on still? I
Yeah,
know you, okay. So the other question before we close the meeting, I can get this to you, or you and I, can just I'll send the red lines and clean it up, send it to you. How soon do you think we can get this out, and then we can start thinking about our next meeting, because when we hopefully we'll get responses real soon too, right? And then
yeah. Honestly, if you send this to me tonight or tomorrow, I can get it into SurveyMonkey tomorrow.
okay, and then SurveyMonkey will be directed to, where is it going? Just so we can clarify.
So we're gonna distribute it to the boards and committees list that we have. And then also Donna plans to do like a news and notice for it on the website, and we can put some flyers out at the townhouse too.
Great. So will you or Donna be able to kind of give us an idea of how many surveys were sent? So when we do the statistics, we know, similar to Park and Rec, we saw, like a 4% return rate. Will we be able to get some kind of, because we don't want to take.
Yeah, I mean, really that would only be applicable to me sending it to the boards and committees list.
Okay.
Versus otherwise, like for Donna just posting it for extra publicity on the town website, we won't really be able to get like a distribution response to that.
But will they be able to fill it out on site? I mean, on
Yes,
site? Or?
yes,
Okay.
they'll be able to just click a link and fill it out there.
Okay, because we had talked about putting it out on the Friends of White Pond website as well.
Yep.
But I'll wait then till however Donna sets up that link before we do that, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay. Thank you. So, all right, that will be great. And did we want to put this in the bridge or no?
Sure.
I don't know if they would put it in the op-ed section or how it would work. I can email Ann, I think her name is Ann O'Connor, and ask her if it would be appropriate. I don't know if a survey is appropriate for the
Oh,
paper.
not a survey, just that there is a survey that's on the town website.
And the link.
Yeah,
Okay, so once I get the link, we can send it there, and yeah, and
Okay.
to those couple places. I mean,
And-
anybody here, our task force, I think the same thing, right? If you have a neighborhood association in Concord or things like that, the more word we get out, the better.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're in a way, to try and get responses from outside the White Pond area. I think if we circulate it within the White Pond Association and there are not other places to circulate it, we'll probably get a lot of people from White Pond answering and no one else.
Well,
Well,
the
it's going
Friends
to
is
all
at
the
White
boards
Pond the Friends of White Pond isn't a White Pond organization. Like the Dover Street where Evan lives is, a pond area, So we're
I
trying to
think
collect.
the boards and committees is wide. It's not just related to White Pond. So I think we're covering our bases, as is the Concord Bridge.
Yeah, I do think we should get it in the Concord Bridge with a link somehow,
Mhm.
or QR code or something.
yeah.
And then how long will it be live, so to speak? when will the link stop working?
Give it 2 weeks,
2 weeks? Okay,
or maybe even in that bridge article, we could say, you know. Yeah, or,
If we can get it in the bridge. I mean, Shannon, you can leave SurveyMonkey open for as long as you want, but do you want to put
Right.
something in there? Please respond by end of October, or do you just leave it open?
Well, we can put a note in there that says this survey will close on X date or something like that.
Yeah, I think having it timely might be important.
I think so, because we're trying to complete our work by December.
Right,
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to include something like that.
okay,
Yeah, thank you.
all right, okay. Great, thank you, everybody. I'll take the job to clean this up and send it out. Anything else before we close the meeting?
who's sending something to the bridge?
Once I get the link from Donna and Shannon, I will send a note and see if they can post it. It might be, 2 weeks from now, so I don't know,
Yeah,
but I'll try.
okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, so we're adjourning the meeting 6:17 PM.
Great.
Thanks all.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.